Yeah, it's random. Sorry about the fan. It's hot in here. So anyway, I've been seeing this ad pop up about Feng Shui, and I honestly wanted to dissect it. Now, I am gonna admit I'm not the first YouTuber who did this. I'm not sure I should call myself a YouTuber. So you should go check out Kanto's videos about it. They're pretty funny. But anyway, let's check out the video. Now, Feng Shui is... You know what? You should see it first, honestly.
When I was 35 years of age, many years ago, I was homeless.
Good.
I was sitting around on various steps around the streets.
First things first.
I was homeless.
We can see by the years here that the green screen is horrible. It's not doing him any favors. The suit looks cheap, and the suit itself looks like it's a horrible green screen itself, honestly.
I was sitting around on various steps around the streets, and I remember once I was sitting down eating a piece of bread. I actually had two pieces of bread, one for that day, the other piece for the next day. I didn't have anything for the day after tomorrow.
Hey, wait, you got a burger?
Well, I was sitting there. This man in a suit came to sit beside me, told me he'd just lost his job, and asked me if he could borrow $1 to take the bus home. Well, actually, I didn't think that much about it. I took out 5 $1 notes that I had in my pocket. I gave him $1 and continued eating my piece of...
Okay. If I was in your situation, I would tell that guy to shove it. Like, that does sound pretty mean, but keep in mind, you're a homeless guy, and you're living out in the streets, and this guy still has a house that he can go to and make himself a proper meal, even with leftovers. But still, the fact that he has to go and get the bus means that he has somewhere to go, like his house or something.
bread. He then told me that he was hungry. He asked me for a piece of my bread.
I tell him to shove it.
I told him that piece was the only bread I had. Well, he went away with my $1. I put the 4 remaining dollars back into my pocket.
That's a cup.
As he walked away, he thanked me. He told me that my kindness would one day be rewarded. Well, you know,
Cheers,
the
Max.
next day, the man came back, looking for me, and gave me a mysterious package. Inside, an odd-looking...
And you just took it. Like, there's so many other things he can give you. Like, I don't know, food. Because you said it yourself, you only had 2 pieces of bread.
bracelet in it. There was a note in the package. It said, "Thank you for your kindness. Wear this for good luck."
He could have given you a meal. Like, it doesn't need to be a five-star restaurant. He could have just taken your ass to Burger King and bought you a Whopper. But no, he just gave you this cheap bracelet.
Well, I put on the odd-looking bracelet and, a strange electrical sensation shot through my body. I couldn't explain the exact feeling of it, but I felt positive. I felt powerful. It looked good on me. I decided just to wear it to see what happened. So
I'm not
a few days
seeing
later, I
songs.
was walking along the same street. I found a lottery ticket that turned out to be a winning ticket. Well, several weeks later, I used the money from the lottery ticket to start a small business. Guess what? A few months later, my business grew. I was well paid enough to buy a nice house in the neighborhood for myself. Brilliant.
She looks
And
like 10
it's always
members.
been my dream to travel. I was finally able to travel around the world. Business class flight.
Oh yeah, this is
five-star
Tanta, the guy I
hotel
was
suites.
talking about.
But then it went wrong. Unfortunately, while touring Vietnam, I lost the odd-looking bracelet
The
accidentally.
fuck happened?
Things seemed to change after that. I received a call that my business had to close down. I lost everything.
Cool.
Just several days later, I also lost most of my remaining money. My bank account was hacked into.
You know, Tanto explained this to me, well, his audience. If you're, as long as you didn't do anything bad, then the bank's gonna give you the money back. Or at least that's what I've heard.
In just 1 week, I went from living the life of my dreams to a nightmare. All these misfortunes sank me into a deep state of depression. Oh, I began to drink every day.
With what money, my nigga? I mean, seriously, you just said that you were broke as a motherfucker. Like, with what money are you buying yourself some scotch? And scotch, it ain't cheap, man.
Just waste my life away. Just as all hope seemed to be lost, one of my business friends called me and told me she's now doing better than ever before. She excitedly told me she had gotten the exact same bracelet that I had, and things have gotten better for her ever since. Well, at that moment, remembering about the bracelet that I lost, I began to have hope again. I thanked her for reminding me about it, how I lost it. I told her about that and asked her how she got hers. Well, she recommended me an online store.
You know about this. So in another ad, there was this black guy who was talking about his farm or something, and he said that when he went to the website, it said that you can only buy it in person, and the rest of these ads are saying that, oh, no, you can buy it online. So they contradict themselves. You see, when you want to lie to people who are desperate and desperately need a miracle, you need to keep your story straight, but maybe they don't have to. As long as this pseudo thing has success, then people are willing to believe in anything they want to. That's how it works, sadly.
I quickly bought several of them. While I was browsing online, I learned the bracelet.
Also, one more thing. How the hell did you buy them? You said that you were broke. You said that you didn't have any money. You said that someone hacked in your account, stole every single penny you had. So with what money did you buy the bracelet? Did your friend buy it for you? And what type of, and with what phone? How do you pay the...
Is actually based on the concept of
sorry.
Feng Shui. Now, according to Wikipedia, Feng Shui is a pseudo...
These people have the balls to keep the name pseudoscience on their ads. Like, they have more balls than I ever will. Honestly, kudos to them. And this is the only ad. Like, you're telling me no one looked at the script, nine together, and said, hey, should we keep the pseudoscience? Yeah. And they even have it highlighted. Sorry.
Science originating from China. It claims to use energy forces to harmonize individuals with their surrounding environment. And the art of Feng Shui is used to optimize abundance and prosperity of every kind. Wealth, health, relationships, and career success. And I learned all sorts of things. Many famous people and companies in the world use Feng Shui too. Well, I sent off and my order arrived in several days. I excitedly put the bracelets on. It must have been weird to behave that way, but during that time I was desperate. And sure enough, through some unexplainable energy forces, I found opportunity in my life again. You know, an old friend of mine from school approached me to start a business together. Our business took off in just weeks. Life began to be good again for me, and this time, I even found the love of my life. I never...
Like Kanye said, or whoever the hell wrote that song, she's a gold digger, gold digger.
Expected to find love at this age. The bracelet that I had is the Feng Shui Black Obsidian bracelet. I found out that each bracelet is carefully handmade, has to go through many rituals that bless the bracelet with good energy. And by combining the lucky Asian beast Pixiu with the natural stone Black Obsidian.
I'm not gonna like make fun of their fates or anything because I'm religious myself, but honestly, I wouldn't advertise this because, like I said, A, they're saying that pseudoscience right off the bat. Like, I mean, seriously, I have to give them points for that. Like, at least they're not being like goop. Fuck you, Gwyneth Paltrow. But anyway, don't believe this. Like, people say if it's too good to be true, it usually is. But my saying is, if it sounds like bullshit, then it is. And here's the thing. These videos are made for single mothers, alcoholics, dudes who just lost their job, people who've been rejected, failed marriages, all that type of stuff. They're made for desperate people who need a miracle fast. And it pains me to look at these things. Like, and YouTube has such a double standard because, like I said, these ads were popping off left, right, and center for me. But when it comes to some small YouTubers saying a curse word like bitch or fuck, they're demonetized. And I just saw this recently on Numerous Arc Plates, and half the channel got demonetized. But when it comes to things that are actually harmful for YouTube consumers, they just let it roll, and they keep, and the hypocrisy just makes my blood boil.
It enhances the flow of positive energy greatly, especially in the area of wealth. You know, the pixie element helps to attract, while the black obsidian is responsible for the keeping and safeguarding. In fact, I'll now teach you how to wear it properly. First, you have to wear the bracelet on your dominant hand.
Yeah, fuck this. I'm
the
gonna
hand you
watch
use to write.
rip off 10 mangas.
On the night my boyfriend broke up with me, I found a strange-looking bracelet on the floor just outside my house. Since then, my life has been good. Things just seem to go my way ever since then. I was promoted to a high position in the company and had a new and better boyfriend who treats me like a queen. We are having the time of our lives as we travel around the world in business class flights and 5-star hotel suites. Then, one day, while touring the streets of Spain,
then out of nowhere, the Fire Nation attacked.
I bumped into a stranger and found that my strange-looking bracelet was gone. I suspected that the stranger had intentionally stolen off my wrist, but I could not do anything about it. In just a few weeks after that,
bitch, you are a horrible, horrible actress. Like, I can do better. Like, Feng Shui, I'm going to put my beliefs aside and straight up act for you guys.
My boss sacked me unfairly for a mistake that I did not make. Things got even worse 2 months later. My boyfriend cheated on me, and we eventually broke up.
I can see why. You look like kind of mangas and not in a good way, sweetheart.
I went from living the life of my dreams to a nightmare. All of these misfortunes sank me into a deep state of depression. I began to drink every day to drown my sorrows. When my mom scolded me for sobbing every day, I screamed at her and said some nasty things to her. Just days later, my mom had a major car accident and passed away. Tears began to roll down my cheeks as I remembered how nasty I had been to her just before she passed away.
I wouldn't.
I snapped out of my depressed state. I made a promise to myself that I will turn all this bad luck around. Whatever.
I'm calling the number right now. Oh, try.
Trying to get my life back together, I began to start looking for a job again. I accidentally came across the idea of Feng Shui, and I began to suspect that all of my bad luck could be due to having a bad energy flow around me. According to Wikipedia, Feng Shui is a pseudoscience originating from
It's Feng Shui, based on the other scam artists.
China. It claims to use the energy forces to harmonize individuals with their surrounding environment. The art of Feng Shui is used to optimize abundance and prosperity of every kind: health, wealth, relationships, and career success. Many famous people and companies in the world use Feng Shui too. After learning about Feng Shui, it suddenly occurred to me that the strange bracelet could be the thing that is providing me a good flow of energy until I lost it. I began to search for the exact same bracelet and found a seller in Hong Kong. As the seller was a Feng Shui master that only sells the bracelet in person.
That is bullshit. Bullshit, I say. Like, I don't know if I said this before, I think I did, but that guy, that motherfucker right there said that he bought it online. And look what this bitch says.
As the seller was a Feng Shui master that only sells the bracelet in person, I flew over to Hong Kong and bought it. In just a few weeks after getting the bracelet, things started to get better for me again. I began to receive numerous job opportunities and even found my lovely husband today.
I hope he cheats on you.
I was curious and wanted to find out more about Feng Shui and the bracelet. I went back to Hong Kong and traced the people who made it. Each bracelet is carefully
11-year-old
handmade
children.
and had to go through rituals that bless the bracelet with good energy.
The sweet blessing of the sweatshops, where innocent children cry because they don't have a childhood.
The bracelet that I bought is a Feng Shui black obsidian bracelet. By combining the lucky Asian beast Pixiu with the natural stone black obsidian, it enhances the flow of positive energy greatly, especially in the area of wealth. The Pixiu element helps to attract, while the black obsidian is responsible.
Let's read this comment again. Did anyone notice that the cue card is not wearing the Buddha bracelet either in her narrations or in the montage scenes? Like, yeah, the narrator
for keeping and safeguarding. I will now teach you how to wear it properly. First, you'll need to wear the bracelet on your dominant hand.
This looks very poorly edited, honestly.
The hand you use to write with. You also need to make sure that the head of the Pixiu is outward so as to draw energy from all directions. Before and wearing it, you also need to remember to touch it frequently. This lets it know
Touch me, daddy. Touch me!
that you are the master and it should assist you. Do not allow others to touch it. If someone else is to touch it, cleanse it with water. Do not wear it while bathing, as it is incompatible with dirty things. Besides the points mentioned,
Could you zoom in on her taking the bath, please?
bathing, all you need to do is to wear it and let it do its magic. I just wish someone had told me sooner about this. I've been suffering from
Honestly, that last one there looked like she forgot her line and someone like hit one of the notes or something and she quickly snapped back into reality.
bad luck. I just wish someone had told me sooner about this. I've been suffering from bad luck for years. I could have enjoyed the better things earlier in life just by wearing the Feng Shui Black
Go
bracelet.
digging,
Besides me, the bracelet has been the saving grace for so many people. One shared how it stopped the illness that has been killing her whole family. Another finally passed the board exam after failing 7 times. Another man told me how he overcame depression and regained his self-confidence. With the internet, people around the world are now increasingly knowledgeable about the concept of Feng Shui and how it can help one get unstuck from misfortune. By just wearing the Feng Shui Black Obsidian bracelet, you can correct imbalances of energy and start to enjoy life when everything just goes your way. It can all be achieved by wearing a simple Feng Shui bracelet wherever you go. You have nothing to lose except all your bad energy, bad luck, and misfortune. Click on the Shop Now button.
You just said that you couldn't. Oh my god! You just said that the maker only sold it in person. You're now implying that you can buy it online. Okay. Feng Shui has also scam with a race of medical process and is Feng Shui effective? Unfortunately, to keep it short, no. Honestly, to end this video right here, I just want to say 2 things. A, you should totally check out. Oh my god, this one's also 17 minutes long. I just want to say, check out Tonto. He made a good video about it. And honestly, you need to be the change you want to be. If you want to be skinny, you need to work out. If you want to be rich, you have to work for it. Like, everything in your life has to be achieved through blood, sweat, and tears. And I'm sorry, but no pseudoscience is gonna help you with that. If you want to be religious, then yeah, believe in a higher power, but don't believe in these scams. They're made to trick you out of your hard-earned money. And these scams, and I repeat again, scams are made for desperate people. So yeah, that's about it, and it's your boy Random. You know what to do.